So we at Home Office Guide have been trying this Logitech MX vertical wireless mouse for about a month now, and we are really impressed with it. Now, if you're not familiar with the idea, with the concept, these vertical mice are a way to use a mouse in a configuration that is easier on your wrist, basically. So as you can see here, my wrist is not completely turned horizontal like it is with a normal mouse. It's more vertical. And I will say that that does help reduce the stress and strain on my wrist as I use this each day. Now, some of the great things I like about this Logitech vertical mouse versus some of the others I've tried is, for one thing, it's Bluetooth. For whatever reason, a lot of the cheaper mice use just a wireless transmitter that you have to connect into your PC. And that's great, except on these new Macs, where the only ports you have are these USB-C ports. And so in order to connect a USB wireless transmitter to it, you have to use an adapter. And that works fine, but the problem is then you have to carry an adapter everywhere with you, which actually gets old quickly. So something that can use USB or Bluetooth out of the box is fantastic. Another thing I love about this is the size of it. So my hand is not huge by any means, but being a guy, it is a larger hand than some people, and it fits it perfectly. So it's large enough to where it fits larger hands in a good way. Another thing I like about it is the smooth control. It also has several different modes for tracking. So if you hit this button here, it'll track a lot slower. If you hit it here, it tracks and moves a lot faster. So far, the motion has been very smooth on Mac OS, and I haven't had any issues with hiccups when moving the mouse. During high application usage, I had a few times where it kind of slows down, and I'm not sure if that's the mouse or something to do with the way the operating system handles processing the Bluetooth connection. I'm not sure, but occasionally it does happen, but that's only when, something's using the max of the processor. It also does have, of course, the wheel that we're all used to. No complaints against that. And then, of course, it has the left and the right mouse button, just like anything else. So overall, I'm going to have to give it a 4 out of 5. Now, it loses 1 point for one reason. And that one reason is the high price of it. I believe we got it for around $90. And right now it's actually at $10 more, so it's around $100 right now. That's a very high price to pay for a mouse. Now, I believe also one of the advantages of this thing is it can connect to multiple computers, but I actually have not tried that a lot yet. I've only been using it on the one primary laptop that I use. It also, one fantastic thing about it as far as charging it, it does use a USB-C connector. So that means possibly less dongles you have to kind of carry around. I should also mention that the battery life of this thing has been fantastic. I haven't charged, I probably went a week at first without ever charging it. And then I just kind of plugged it in because I realized it may eventually run out of charge. And so I charged it, and that was probably a week ago, and I haven't charged it since. So I don't know when it's going to run out of power. It hasn't yet. So the battery life has been fantastic, especially compared to some of the cheaper mice out there. So that is about it. And I'm going to wrap up this review. Once again, a 4 out of 5 stars. Highly recommended if you can stomach the price.